Hi guys, hey, it's Rapski from the AKOU Operators Union, and we will try to do right now the joint event on YouTube and on the Facebook. So hopefully everyone is watching on either on the Facebook or on the YouTube. I will allow for the people to log in to tune in to the live show because I know it always takes a few minutes before people will start popping on it. And I see that we are already getting chat set up on the YouTube, and that's awesome. So welcome to the people from the YouTube. And I also see that the things are going well on Facebook. People are logging in, and good to see everyone. First, before we'll go to the main subject, and before we'll start talking about it, I just want to touch up a little bit. Tons of questions about this Vapor FM rail, when that rail will be available again. And we have that rail on order, guys, from the TDI Arms. They promised to ship it, and I don't know yet. I don't have any dates, so I'm replying back to your questions and everything, but I honestly don't know when those rails will be back in stock. As I said, we asked for them, we made the effort to bring those back because it is basically a badass rail, right? And everyone likes those rails, so it's a great product. But that's all I know. I honestly don't know when they will be back in stock and when we'll have them. They coming, so patience, guys, patience. Uh, I see the I see that there are already questions popping up on the YouTube through the chat. We'll go back to those as well. Let me see what's happening on Facebook. Hello from Idaho. I see some guys from North Carolina. By the way, big thanks to all the guys in Texas. We are receiving a lot of basically messages and texts either from people who are touched, unfortunately, and are suffering because of that stupid hurricane, or they are involved in the recovery efforts, search and rescue, and things like this. Thank you for all your hard work. You guys are doing outstanding job. Thank you for representing. I have seen numerous people with the AKOU t-shirts, hats, and everything. It's awesome, and just pull it together, guys. I'm really proud of what you're doing. Thanks for your dedication to the service and everything. And I'm sure the people of Texas are appreciating this as well. I have seen the guys from the law enforcement. I have seen firefighters. So thank you very much for this, guys. Thanks for representing. It's a good thing that you're allowed to wear the AK Operators Union t-shirts to work, and nobody gives a shit about it. So that's cool. And good luck, guys. Stay strong, and you will pass through it, and we'll help any way we can. All right, enough with the bullshit talk. Let's talk about the main subject. It came through the discussion a little bit backdoors. The Luke from Circle 10 AK was chatting with me today, and we had a kind of sober conversation that it's harder and harder to enjoy those beautiful AK rifles in the United States. Of course, we lost the Saigas, we lost the Vapors, right? And the Arsenal USA, which is connected to Arsenal Bulgaria, is almost every day we are hearing that they will not have so many models available as they used to. So it's harder and harder. Fortunately, we're still getting some Wasars. The Wasars are coming from the imports, and also you can get some NPUBs. But it's a reality of the situation. And my biggest fear is, guys, taking into the account the prices, what I'm seeing for the parts kits. The parts kits prices are to the roof, and the people who manufacture the AKs inside the United States from those parts kits, They paying more, for those, and they want to make some money too, right? At the end of the day, they want to make some money too. So what you're seeing, the prices for the some of the AKs are climbing, and I'm really afraid that if we'll start seeing more common AKs in the neighborhood of $1,500, $1,600, what's going to happen, guys, is a lot of people will just back out from the hobby because it's hard for them to drop that kind of coin on a 7.62 by 39 rifle. And I fully understand this. I have a hard time to pay a 15 or $1,600 for the basically 7.62 by 39 rifle. So that's my fear, right? That the prices and the not really available models from the import side of view, they will scare away the people from the hobby, and that's bad for everyone, right? Because if we will start losing that fresh blood, then there's not much. If people cannot enjoy the hobby and cannot have fun from shooting, because everyone will be basically bitching about the prices of the rifles, then what's next? So where's the fun? Well, there are some good news. I know Arsenal was talking recently that more of SLR 107Rs, this is the model with the fixed stock, should be coming in the recent days. So that's a good news, and hopefully, as I said, the WhatsApp will continue to keep coming. So at this point, let's just see what's going to happen, guys. It's remember, after every storm, even if you look, we'll go back for a second to Texas. Even if you will look at the Texas, right, the few days ago, the horrible rainstorm, but now we got the sunlight. So and the winds are done. The rain is not raining anymore. So the better weather came in, and the same is going to happen, I strongly believe, to the AK market. I do not believe that we'll see removal of the sanctions anytime soon, because that goes back to the political climate in Washington D.C. Right? Every time you say Russia, everyone is having a heart attack on both sides of the aisle at this point. So I do not see any chance at this point for the sanctions to be removed, because if the current administration would do that, it would be crucified. There's absolutely, forget it, it's not going to happen. But at some point, the situation will improve. I'm telling you guys, just keep the faith. Don't lose the hope. I know it's hard. I know it's hard to enjoy this hobby, especially I'm always worrying about these new guys, the new guys who are coming in, because those from us who started this, decades ago, we are in a better situation, right? We are all set. We got the nice rifles and everything, but it's hard for those new guys to go to the market, and because of the very poor availability of the quality rifles, or huge price tags. So we'll see, what's going to have to happen, but don't lose your hope. I strongly think so that at this point, the AKs are here in the United States for good. They settled down for good. They're not going anywhere. There was a lot of talk about the ammo ban and possible ammo ban, some rumors, right, and everything. Even if this would happen, I can guarantee you that you will see a production pickup from the U.S.-based companies, and pushing the ammo made in USA. So don't I don't even think that the 7.62 by 39 will go away anywhere. It's here to stay. There is way too many rifles in 7.62 by 39 right now. I don't think so that the AK is at any kind of danger as of, like suddenly blackout for ammo or something like this. We may see some spikes in the prices if the worst will happen, which I don't think we'll see the ammo ban. But if the worst will happen, I can promise you there are US-based companies which will bring up the production levels, and you will see more and more 7.62 by 39 made in USA. Now, that brings me to another topic. I just want to tease you with what's happening in Russia. The concern Kalashnikov just recently show off. This is that newest version of the AK-12. This is, of course, the 545 by 39, but you can clearly see where is this going to, right? They free floated at this point. They free floated the handguard, and they claim improved accuracy on those rifles. But also, as you can see, by default, it has already collapsible stock, the M4 type of the stock. Then we have the adjustable, windage adjustable rear sights, which are basically mounting to the rail on the top. And that's kind of interesting solution. And then, of course, they claim they extended the sight radius on those AK-12s. So the AK-12 is still going through some changes, but at this point, it's pretty much ready to use product. And my sources in Kalashnikov are telling me that this will be trickling down to the basic issue, and they hope for the civilian version as well for the market, for the markets. So hopefully, if at some point those rifles will be released to the public and the sanctions will be removed, we will see something here in the United States. When? Hard to predict. This is another rifle. Let me make that picture hopefully a little bit bigger if you guys can see. This is the AK-15, AK-15. This is basically a 7.62 by 39 version. Again, a free-floating handguard up front, collapsible stock, the same setup for the sights, for the iron sights. And this rifle is basically a suppressor ready according to them. And this is a 7.62 by 39 version. This will be coming in to civilian market as well. So again, at some point, hopefully we will we'll see those rifles not just in the picture, but we'll have actually a chance, to use it, enjoy it, and shoot it, right? So, but I just want to show you that really even the Russians, they thinking about building and expanding their lineup, and there's a lot of new stuff coming in. I'm waiting for the pictures, for better pictures. Their submachine gun, new submachine gun. They also released the pictures of the compact semi-automatic sniper rifle, and let me bring that picture for you guys. There you go. This is the picture I want to show you, and let me make this bigger. This is their basically the semi-automatic sniper replacement for the SVD. So this is a modernized version. As you can see, by default has a rail on the top, and it, from my understanding, it has a zero MOA rail, and you can add all the thermal optics or whatever up front if you're running the regular scope. It has adjustable collapsible stock with the cheek riser and everything. So, but look, it's using the same as the SVD magazines. See, so it's still taking the same magazine. So this is the updated version in addition to the Kalashnikov production line. So a lot of cool rifles, out there. Where is this? We can only hope that at some point we'll be able to enjoy that here on our level, right? But I want to share this with you because these are really cool rifles, and this just shows you that the concern Kalashnikov isn't done. They really work, and they try to modernize their production. They recognize that this is a 21st century, right? And it only makes sense to have the stock collapsible stock and on the rifle and some newer setups, right? Because you can get more from that rifle. Sorry for the guys from the Facebook. I understand on the Facebook I cannot show those pictures. I can only upload it from my camera for the YouTube. So but the Facebook guys, you can go back to my post from today morning, and I post those pictures on the wall. So you should be able to see it on the wall when the basically a live feed is done. All right, so let's just see what few pictures you guys have, and we'll go from there. Chat says, "Fuck Russian shit. We can get it anyway." Chuck, I hear you, man. But I think it's important to at least see what they're doing and what you can get. All right. It's at this point, I understand the situation, but we have to at least have a hope that the shit is happening, right? Can you make a PKM video? No, I cannot, because I do not own PKM. But nice try. Let me check on the Facebook. Why is the finish on the Viper and Saiga so much better than Arsenal? I honestly don't know. The Arsenal is using a little bit, different technique on applying the finish to the rifles, and they have been extremely stubborn in sticking their guns to the finish. They said that absolutely there is no way that they will ever change the way how the finish was applied. However, if you remember the bubbling issues, they did recognize the problem, and they take care of the customers who are experiencing the bubbling issue on the barrels. So, but as far as them changing the finish, I don't see this happening, guys. And if in your personal opinion, what is the best AK available in America at this point? You can still get the Vapor FMs. This is not bad, guys. The price unfortunately jumped. I think they're selling for like $13.95 right now, but you can still get them. The SLR 107R, it's always good, good setup. It's $849.99, so you can get that. And at this point, if you are on budget, you can always find the WASR 10, right? So, and that's by current prices, $540, $550, $560, right? So that's pretty much it. From like factory production guns. Question from the YouTube wrap is: there is a difference with the Vapors with the thumb hole furniture and FM besides the external? Some of the thumb hole Vapors, you have to remember, they are not converted, so they were just released as a bare bones Vapor. So you would have to do the conversion. You would have to drill and put the bullet guide by yourself and convert it so they can start accepting the magazines, AKA magazines. So the Vapor FM, of course, is fully converted and ready to roll with the AK magazines. What other questions? Why are staying away from reviewing a millet arsenal like it's the plague? I don't. I will review the arsenal, milled arsenal at some point, but I don't have that rifle right now, and I don't have a budget for it to buy it. We don't get the rifles out of nowhere. I have to purchase it. I have to purchase ammo for it, so it costs money, guys. Okay, and the last time I checked, the money were not growing on the trees. So okay, it is what it is. There is a budget, and I got other things to pay the bills and things like this. However, at some point, we will do the review of the milled arsenal. I promise you. All right. Do you recommend the Draco wrap? The Draco pistols, there's a lot of people who like them. They really enjoy them. They, from time to time, they do have some, minimal quality issues, so you have to be always aware of it. But majority of the Draco users are extremely happy. So yeah, the Draco pistols work. Uh, get them, guys, if you can. Again, we don't know. We don't know for how long we'll be able to enjoy those imports. So if you got a chance to buy a Draco at a good price, yeah, sure, why not get it? Uh, what's the we talk about the AKs, available AKs right now too. So any plans for making a fun video based on the SKS? Yes, we will do the video of about the SKS. Paul has the original Ismash, I think 1942 SKS, and we talk about it numerous times. We will do, it's not going to be a 5,000 rounds test, guys, forget it. I'm not loading that rifle with the 5,000 rounds with from the stripper clips. That's not going to happen, okay? But we will have a video about the SKS probably at the beginning of 2018. Watch for the early winter months for that video to show up, and that's going to be a really cool. All right. So, have you ever reviewed the Black Heart AKs? No, I did not. I heard from a few guys. Few guys were asking already about that company, but honestly, I'm not going to bullshit you guys. This is I have zero experience from with the rifles from that company. I don't know the people who running that company, and I have never seen that Black Heart AK-47. In my hands. I couldn't touch it, so I don't know what they do. At some point, just like with the Riley Defense, I promise you guys, I'll get my hands on it and we'll roll it out and we'll try to get it on the show to get you guys, some view on it, and we'll go from there. Someone is complaining about the bad audio on the Facebook. That's probably because I moved away from the phone camera. Running on two cameras, it's hard. Okay. How's that Tika treating you? That Tika, guys, the Tika 3X Tech A1 is absolutely fantastic. That's a fantastic rifle. I'm working on gathering data for you, so you will have a solid data in your hand, not just like overview of the rifle. So I'm gathering data, and you will see the video review from that rifle for sure. So stay tuned. That's coming. That should be coming in the next few weeks, hopefully. Fingers crossed. This Sunday, thanks for reminding me. This Sunday, we're going to have a video. Video is already done. I just have to upload it to the Facebook. But we're going to have a video about some spare parts ideas for the Vapor to stay on the budget, because I have seen even the extractor class for the Vapor going for the 70-80 bucks on some auction sites, which is a freaking ripoff. So I will give you basic ideas how to what to do and how to save the money, and how to get the equipment and keep your Vapors up in the running. All right. What about the M plus M Technologies AK? Are you asking, that was from Abel, are you asking about that Elite one, which is like pimped version? Or are you asking about the basically a Wasser with the different front end? If you're asking about that Elite one, we will come back to that rifle. They made a lot of production changes, so I gotta check with them what's going on, but they were improving the product, and I basically want to know what they did, and what was done to it, and how is this looking like right now. Ryan is asking about some 7SF or Galil Ace. Well, if you want to have a modern AK breed rifle, roll with the Galil Ace, right? Because it's a fully pimped with the rails, with the collapsible stock and everything, so you don't have to spend any more money. Very similar pricing, because sometimes you can see the Galil Ace dipping to like 1300, 1395 territory. So from that point of view, I would totally advise you to go with the Galil Ace, and you will get a lot of bang for the money paid. Someone is asking, is this the FAB Defense stock? Yes, this is the GL core stock. We have them. They're on a back order. They're coming, but this is a basically stock with the adjustable cheek riser. We got 3 positions. Very cool solutions. This is one of it has become one of my favorite stocks right now for both AR-15 and for the AK. uh, any more questions? What about M plus M basic? I told you that's basically the RH10. So it's like Wasser. There is not that much, to talk about that rifle. They work. Is Christian, is the platform in the US doomed? No, it's not. We are just in that kind of stormy period of time, right? And the things are not looking really fantastic at this point. But we'll get through this, guys. This is just there are ups and there are downs. We'll get through this, and we'll have it, better days ahead of us. You will see, guys. And don't lose the hope, okay? Just don't lose the hope. Is there is universal upgrade to all 4774s to replace the recoil spring? Yes, the same recoil spring goes for the 47 and 74 types. So if you will get that ALG's recoil spring, for example, it works on both rifles. Do the Ruger Mini 30 review with 5,000 rounds. Maybe we'll do it. I'll think about it. All right. Question from the Facebook WBPAK at Atlantic Firearms. Is it worth the money? So if you're talking about that recently released version, which has the Fabryka Broni Radom cold hammer forged barrel, it has Chalder's receiver, and it has the forged trunnion. This is a very interestingly looking rifle. Okay, I didn't have the time behind the trigger, but it looks really, they use the original Polish made furniture. It is an eye candy, right? If you like the classic style rifle, it's looking very nice. I like the features on it. I like that barrel. The FB Radom makes really good barrels. So the price is over $1,000. That's the reality of the situation of the today's market, and that's their premium model. They do have a cheaper one which does not have those features. It doesn't have the FB Radom barrel, and it doesn't have the forged trunnion. So there are some options there, but that's all I got. That I just have seen it, the pictures and announcement, and that's all I know about that rifle. I know it's made by the Atlantic Manufacturing, but I have 0 times behind the trigger on it, so I cannot give you the real feedback. Okay. Is 7.62 by 54R still worth getting, or is it dying caliber? From Rob Simpson. Rob, I'll tell you this. If I will be buying a rifle today, I will never purchase it in a 7.62 by 54R. The reason for this is the surplus ammo is getting more and more expensive and is drying out. It's extremely hard to get a good sniper ammo. We used to have access to the sniper ammo in that caliber. That's almost gone. I cannot find those spam cans anymore. And then Hornady pull out the plug on the match grade ammo. So basically, at this point, if you will look at the 308, grow with 308, because the 308 they have both similar ballistic performance, but in 308 you can buy any ammo you want. So I would never purchase the 7.62 by 54R rifle in USA today. It's absolutely not worth it. The Grendel 6.5 AK review. That's a very interesting suggestion, and we'll see what's going to happen. Hopefully we'll get more we'll get more 6.5 Grendel rifles to the U.S. Market, but we'll see what's going to happen, because that's hard to predict. The Vapor was basically doing those rifles in a 6.5, but right now, you know, that's gone. So we're waiting for someone to pick up the slack on the US side and start making those rifles. The Zastava, Serbia, they do have offerings in 6.5 Grendel as well, but I do not see them trickling down at the you know rate like you would like to see to United States at this point. Uh, so, okay, someone is asking if I'm reading the shit. I'm not reading anything. This goes all, I'm just reading your questions in a live chat, or I'm reading your questions on the Facebook. But the problem with this is they keep circling up. So I really have to keep catching up and my eyes going like from left to right. But how is Romanian AK from Atlantic Farms Manufacturing? Again, guys, all I know, they're using original Romanian parts, but hard to tell how is the quality of manufacturing done. I have seen some of the rifles before, they were decent quality. They were ready to roll out of the box. You wouldn't have to do anything, right? So I think they are decent products and they are decent rifles, but you know, don't ask me for more feedback because I'll have to, you know, basically lie to you. I don't know, and I don't want to feed you with the bullshit. Will Polish AK ever be allowed for importation into the United States? Uh, Also, can you give us some answers on if Definitive Arms will offer complete rifles for sale? Okay, so as far as the Polish AK imports, there was a project, Fabryka Broni Radom Poland, and that died out just last month. I got an email from Ed, who was kind of leading this, and he said that at this point, because ATF did not approve any of the rifles which were submitted for approval for the importation, and all the hiccups connected to it, they basically shutting down the idea, they closing the project, so the company was dissolved. I think at this point there is still hope. I know that the people from FB Radom, they want to be present on the US market, but I have no idea how this is going to happen and when this is going to happen. But at this point, like the best chance for it, that's gone, that's shut down, and they have to reboot, rethink their strategy, get their shit together, get those rifles through the ATF approval, and that would, you know, enable the ball to roll. If you don't have anything approved by ATF, then you can forget about anything else, because that's not going to happen. All right. So that's the status. So, and the second part of the question was about the Definitive Arms. As you guys know, Definitive Arms move out to Indiana from Florida, and yes, they will have some production rifles coming out from their new facility, and we'll see what's going to happen. So fingers crossed. It's always good to hear the Chase and the company working on something, right? So hopefully they will deliver the product which we can all enjoy at the affordable price, because the price will be the key too, right? That's always something. Do the Galil Ace review series. Boy, again, we're running into the problem with the budget. Hopefully in 2018 I will be able to do that, and we'll see what's going to happen. I can dream about any rifles I want, guys, but the reality of the situation is, I have to pay for it, buy it, and bring it to the show. And the rifle is a one thing. Actually, the cost of the rifle, everyone is talking about purchasing the rifles, but you have to remember I'm purchasing the ammo too, and that costs a lot of money. So do a Mac 90 review. Guys, about the Mac 90, I told you this numerous times. I love Macs, original, Macs, but you have to realize at this point they are more like collectible items. As you know, the Chinese AKs are still under the ban. That ban is not going anywhere. So I have absolutely no heart to destroy the Mac 90 in a test. That would be atrocity. So enjoy those rifles. You can still buy them on the Gunbroker and other auction sites. Uh, Good rifles to have, you know. AK chambered in 7.6225 that accepts Pepesh 43 magazines. I have not seen that hybrid yet. This was from Nick Graham, and thank you for the donation, Nick. I have not seen that type of the hybrid done in the United States yet. I have seen some pictures, and unfortunately, I did not save them. In Russia, there were some really cool, like Frankenstein guns made, uh, but that was just like only one example. Okay, I bet you that someone sooner or later here in the United States they will do something. Maybe they already did. I just haven't seen the pictures yet. All right. Oh boy, my mouth are drying, going dry. I'll take a few more questions and we'll go from there, okay? Hi Rap, is there a guide for AK ammo? I have different types and I don't know where are they made. Uh, Basically, you should see a manufacturing data on the boxes. So if it's Norinco ammo, you will see it's Norinco ammo and so on. I know like the German ammo, it will have M43 stamped, and you can see it that way. But other than this, it should be on the box unless you have some loose rounds, and in that case you can look at the stamping at the bottom. But very often that head stamp is not telling you a lot. So that's the only way how you can look and try to trace back the ammo where you got it from. Okay. All right. Need stock for my Mac 90. Any recommendations? Guys, go and check the Apex gun parts. I know that they used to have some stocks. They should have some stocks for the Mac 90s as well. All right. Will you support build parties where they're legal? Abel, I am not sure. Will you support build parties? I always support the build parties. I think so. It is a great way of AK lovers coming together, working on something, and building those rifles. And actually, people can learn a lot from each other. So if you organizing those parties and having fun, I'm all for it. Just keep it everything within the legal boundaries. Don't do anything stupid. I know some guys are very creative, right? But be respectful, and it's a great way to learn from each other, guys. So I have seen quite a few parties like this, and it's awesome. I think so. It's great for the hobby. Rob, do you think new AK-15 variant will be replicated in the US? Yes, I think it will. This is the beauty about the United States, that the people are not afraid, and we have very talented individuals. And I can guarantee you that we'll see the copies of AK-15 and AK-12 popping up and be available in more or less similar version to the originals from Russia in the United States. Question about the DDI. What happened to the DDI? Guys, DDI as of December 31st, 2016 ceased to exist. So DDI is gone. Then some assets were purchased by Palmetto State Armory, and that was basically end of the DDI. And that's it. That's all it is. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Sorry for kind of ambushing everyone, and for setting up that live feed today. But I had a little bit time, and I thought it would be cool to jump on the live feed and talk to you. So hopefully you have enjoyed that. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for being with us. I honestly appreciate all your support, and I enjoy being with you guys. It's always awesome, and hopefully I will see you soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.